Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show helps raise the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts. Holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a good person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Man, here's something that most of us high-performing men that are into fucking engines, right, can relate to, right? You see, you wouldn't pour fucking syrup into your supercar, right? Into your race car. You wouldn't pour your fucking syrup. You just wouldn't pour syrup into your race car and expect it to win races, right? But that's exactly what most men do with their minds. You see, garbage in, garbage out, right? If you want horsepower level output, right, then you better be feeding it some high octane input. Right? Like, man, I have conversations with my buddies with this all the time, and they still can't seem, and I think they do connect it, but they just don't give a fuck, right? Like, they're all about hooking up their cars and doing their shit, and I'm always like, all right, well, treat your body and your mind like a fucking car. Take care of yourself, right? Just like you fucking put high performance parts on your race car to go fast as fuck. Well, treat your body and your mind like a race car so that you can create massive amount of results in your life, right? But they just don't follow through with it, right? And I don't know why, right? I wish I could figure out why, because if I could help them, right? But till then, we'll keep trying. But what happens when a man with potential runs a high performance engine on low quality fuel, right? And let's say that low quality fuel, it's not gonna run for sure. So let's put a little bit of metaphor here into it. Low quality fuel can be the media, your gossip, the self-doubt, the junk food, the lack of movement, the lack of exercise, your lack of being able to expand your mind. Like, what happens, right? You become a low performing man, right? You see, your mind is an engine, right? And it will take you anywhere you want to go if you stop trashing it like a fucking beater, right? The problem is that so many of us, and I used to be that guy, right? Oh, I want to go fast. Oh, I want my race car to do this. Oh, I want to, right? All worried about making the race car go fast and doing that. But then when you look at yourself and you look at your life and you put that mirror up into your face, you're like, yo, how come I'm not getting fucking good ass results in my life, right? Well, it's because I'm trashing my mind, I'm trashing my body, I'm trashing my relationships, I'm trashing my career. I'm not fucking giving myself high output activities in order to create the horsepower that we need in our lives, right? And so fuel determines your firepower, right? And so my core message here with this is that what you consume, bro, like the books, the content, the conversations, your thoughts, what you look on social media, like all that shit, it's either gonna boost your engine or it's gonna fill it full of junk. It's gonna fill it full of whack ass shit, for the lack of better terms, right? Like, just think about it. Like man, if you have some spirit, let's say you have a commute to work. I don't know, this one's right here. A lot of people can relate to this. And so in the commute to work, let's say you're constantly there, you have your phone there in the corner so no one really sees you. You're on social media, you're scrolling, you're looking at all this stupid shit to like time wasting activities that don't bring you no growth. Like, that shit is just bringing your mind down, fucking feeding your mind with stupid shit that doesn't help you move forward, right? And so instead of that, imagine you listening to a podcast on your way to work, right? Or you're listening to an audiobook. Or you're listening to someone that helps you grow and expand or build your knowledge or expand a skill set that you need in order to make more money. Like, don't you think that man is going to start performing at a higher level, at a higher output of only a couple weeks of doing that, right? Or a couple months? Imagine doing that for a straight year. How fucking different do you think the man would be when he's listening to a podcast or an audiobook or something that helps his mind expand or grow skills versus the other guy who's just listening to fucking music or the chistes or the fucking on social media scrolling, meaningless scrolling? Like, bro, it's gonna be light years difference, right? You see, purpose-driven men have purpose-driven conversations. They're not wrapped up in gossip. They're not wrapped up in complaints and, oh my God, I wish all my life was better and this and that. No, bro, we're not victims. We're victors, right? And so analyze how you're doing, how you're rolling, and what you're doing, right? And then expect high performance activities from yourself. Just like you want to make your race car fast, well, it's time to start treating your mind your body, and what you do with yourself as a high performing individual, right? See, books, they expand. Social media, typically, it feeds the drain. Like it drains you, right? Unless you literally curated your social media feed, and it takes some work because I've been working on this. I've been doing it. I had a lot of non-interest. I had a lot of interest. When I see something that's inspiring, something that's motivational, something that gives me that grit, like bam, I hit interested. I hit interested, and so my feed is typically full of shit that empowers me, shit that helps my skill set level up. It is full of, it has motorcycles, it has cars, it has some boats in it. It has things that feed my mind, right? Not things that drain my mind. Because your dreams will require you to have massive amount of horsepower. So stop feeding your mind like it's a fucking lawnmower, right? Like you ain't gonna build your dreams on a lawnmower type of engine. You're gonna build your dreams on some fucking high output turbocharged engine that produces thousands of horsepower, right? Think of it like that. You want a lawnmower engine? It's gonna give you lawnmower type of results. You want a fucking high output race car engine? It's gonna give you race car type results, right? It's all correlated. So I like that analogy because a lot of us like to go fast. A lot of us like to make horsepower. A lot of us love these fucking high performance machines, but few of us, very few of us, actually take that same principle and apply it to ourselves, to our mind, to our body, to our relationships, to our career, right? Like analyze yourself. Like where are you with that? And what could you do to change yourself, to transform yourself so that you can start taking some daily small actions that will make the difference in the long run. Like audit yourself, man. Audit your top 5 inputs, right? That you put into your mind daily. And what would your life look like if you changed those? If you altered mindless scrolling for listening to a podcast, right? If you altered eating junk food for actually eating some protein, some shit that makes you muscles grow and it makes you feel good because when you're eating junk food, it's an immediate satisfaction to your mind. But if you fucking analyze yourself, shortly after you're gonna feel like shit. Would you feel those like would you feel them? And the answer is yes, you actually would feel them. I was about to answer my own question. But what I really wanted to ask you is would you feed those to your kids? Would you feed those to your son, to your daughter, to your family, right? And expect them to dominate life? No, bro. No. So look at your 5 inputs that you do into your mind, analyze them, and say, yo, is this right here that I'm doing gonna get me the life that I want? Right? And most likely it's probably gonna be no. And so there's your clue. There's your cue to start. Where do you start? Right? Like engines, they need maintenance. And so does your mind, bro. It really does. Like my core message here with this is that your mental engine needs downtime. It needs some time to cool down. It needs tuning time, right? It needs scheduled resets, right? Or else your fucking internal engine, your mind, it's gonna burn out, right? Like here, let me give you an example. Like think about like sleep is engine maintenance, for example. And if you're not getting enough sleep, and I said that one right there because that's something that I've been struggling with a lot lately. I've been on this grind and I'm doing 75 hard, and between work, the podcast, the social media coaching business, the the working on my car, the time for the wife, the fitness, the everything. Yo, my schedule is jam packed. It's busier than it has ever been right now, currently, right? And so sleep is something that I've been struggling with, right? But sleep is engine maintenance. And so analyze it. And I actually have an alarm. If you don't have one, this is a cue for you to set one up. I have an alarm for me to go to sleep. Like almost everyone has an alarm to wake up, and that one's an easy one, right? And the thing about that one, I'll give you a little clue there, is eliminate the snooze button and wake up on that first alarm because you never truly rest right after that one. But put an alarm when it's time to go to sleep so that you know that you're fucking, and you backtrack. Or I'll wake up at this time. And so for me, I wake up at 4 in the morning, and so I do my very best to be in bed by 9, right? And if I'm sleeping by 9 and I'm waking up by 4, I know I'm getting 7 hours of sleep. Typically, I'm not getting to bed till like 10 and I'm like running on 6 hours, and I could do that. But towards the end of the week, I'm like, oh, especially now that I'm doing the 75 hard, the 2 workouts and all this stuff. And I'm finding myself having to eat a lot more protein to be able to sustain the energy, right? And so sleep is an engine maintenance that you need to do, and so do I, right? Another one, meditation, bro. This one, so many people are like, nah, that's not for me, nah. But they're never really willing to do it for long periods of time to actually feel the benefits. Like a meditation is like a diagnostic scan for your engine, right? You meditate every day. I've been meditating every day, bro, for a long fucking time. There's just over a year for sure I haven't missed. I don't know the exact number, but I could tell you that, man, 400 plus for sure, without a doubt. Meditation is your diagnostic scan, and I do it every day in the morning. I actually wake up, I meditate, and I pray, right? And so it's my internal scan of what I'm doing, how am I feeling, or like typically a lot of thoughts will come to mind, and I'm like, all right, this is what has me anxious, this is what happened, and then what happens in that, right after that, I pray about it, right? And so I'm diagnosing myself, and I'm giving myself some time to decompress and to listen to myself, so I have clarity, so that I can move forward with the things I want, right? Like time away from your devices. This one was another big one, right? Think of that as like an oil change, right? Like you got to change your oil, especially if you drive your shit hard, right? You got to keep that oil clean. You got to keep that oil fresh in order for you to make some good horsepower, right? And so if you want to be a high performer, right, you got to schedule time away from your devices every single day, right? Because those shits are a distraction. Those shits will hold you back. Those shits mindless scrolling before, oh, I'm only going to be 5 minutes. 5 minutes, bullshit. 5 minutes turn into 15 before you know it's 30, and then you add those fucking 15-minute increments throughout your day, and you're like, yo, what the fuck? It's been 2 hours that I spent on this shit? Nah, bro. You gotta schedule time away from your devices. Think of it as like an oil change for yourself. And so the analogy here really with this, as we bring this together, is that you don't redline your car 24/7. Even though I'd like to, I definitely would like to always be banging on the limiter, fucking getting sideways. But you can't, because it's gonna blow up, right? You gotta give it time to rest. You gotta let it time to decompress. You gotta give it some time to reach hard, right? And so, why are you doing the same for your brain, right? Not letting it rest, not letting it decompress, not doing that diagnostic scan, right? And flushing your mental system so that you can do more and be more, my friend. You see, a man who never powers down will eventually break down. It took me a long time to understand that. Even so, now I'm constantly fighting myself, and I do this on my generals tent where I review what happened last week and what we're doing this week, and I'm like, yo, did I have some power downtime? Because so many times I'm like, yo, I gotta do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm like, oh, so beating up on myself because I'm not making the progress that I want. But then eventually I end up breaking down because I'm not powering down. And so now I make sure I analyze things so that I can be performing at a high level, not just doing fucking short sprints of high energy. Nah, bro, this shit is a marathon. And so I'm treating it as such. And I want my engine, my mind, my body, my spirituality, my relationships, my business, everything, my engine, who the fuck I am, to be performing at a high level. And if you ain't diagnosing yourself, you ain't gonna be able to perform at a high level. See, your engine thrives in the right garage, my friend. It really does. And so the core message here that I want to relate to you is that the environment you put your engine in affects its performance. Like fast minds don't grow in slow garages, right? And so, like, think about it. Like, if you have a race car, right, and you're gonna go put it up at the very top of a mountain, that's just gonna perform like shit. Why? Because it can't inhale, it can't breathe. It doesn't have the required oxygen to perform and create that combustion at a high level. Well, you bring that engine down, and you put it at sea level, especially at a cold, dry sea level, it's gonna fucking produce a lot of horsepower, especially if it's turbocharged or boosted or supercharged or whatever, right? It's so the environment of the engine affects its performance. Well, our minds are the fucking same. Fast minds don't grow in slow garages. So if you want a mind that expands, that grows, that levels up, then you gotta be around other minds that are doing the same fucking shit. Not around other minds that just wanna eat shit, that wanna fucking drink and smoke all the time and not do shit and not work on themselves. Like, yo, all you're doing is bringing yourself down to those levels, right? And so audit yourself. Where are you hanging around with people, quotations, that have slow garages, right? And if you want to be a slow-minded garage type of dude, then you know what? Then maybe that's the right way for you. But I know if you're listening That's not what you want, right? Like your friends, like kind of like think about it like this: like, are the people that you hang around with the most, are your friends horsepower or are they handbrakes, right? Like, that's a pretty good, cool analogy. Like horsepower means that it's creating combustion. It's giving you horsepower. It's moving you forward. It's creating momentum. It's propelling you forward in your life, right? With great energy, drive, what they do, what they say, right? Or you're around people that are like handbrakes, right? That they just pull you back. That they always lock the wheels on you, and you're fucking you're pulling. You're struggling to make movement because the wheels are locked, right? Or think about it in another analogy, right? Like, what about your home? Does your home support focus, or does it fuel distraction, right? Or what about another one? Is your work routine built for flow or for chaos, right? So many people, especially me coming from the high-rise construction industry, it's all built for chaos, and they brag about how many things I could do at once, and I'm a fucking multitasker and this and that. But then when you come and analyze their day, at the end of the day, like, oh man, the fuck, I had all these tabs open, I had all this shit that I started, but I never finished anything because they were full of chaos. They had no direction. They were fueled by distraction instead of by focus, right? And so it's just like if you put a supercar in a junkyard, it will rust just like the rest. And so analyze yourself. Think about who the fuck you're hanging around with, where you're hanging around with, and what are you feeding your mind, what are you feeding your body, and ask yourself, does this feed the type of life that I want for myself? And if not, then bro, now you know where to start, right? You see, if your mind is an engine, and so this is an important question. It's probably the question of the episode, because we're gonna wrap this shit up right here. If your mind is your engine, right? Are you running it like a race car, or are you neglecting it like a rusted out beater piece of shit? Think about it like that, man. You see those beaters out on the road, fucking blowing smoke, barely going, fucking firing on only a couple cylinders. You could hear it, and the fucking crazy part is the people driving it, they like act like everything is okay, but that engine is barely making it, right? Like a beater out on the road. Are you, and your mind is an engine, right? Are you running it like a race car, like a supercar, like someone who's high performance output, or are you neglecting it and treating it like a rusted out little beater? And my challenge for you, my man, is this. Like, I want you to go on a 3-day mental reset protocol, right? Like, no junk media, no junk food, no sedating, no, bro, all this shit that holds you back. Think about it. You know what it is. I don't even have to point it out. That's the funny part, that we all know what the fuck it is. We all know what we need to do, but we don't actually do it, right? And so I want you to just go on a 3-day mental reset protocol, right? And eliminate those things just for 3 days. Just try this shit out. And here's the game changer, right? I want you to journal how you feel every day. I want you to journal like, oh my God, this is making me feel. Maybe I'm, the crazy part, not to get sidetracked because we're wrapping up this episode right here, but when I stopped drinking, I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. And the first month was hard. The second month was hard. The third month was hard. But then after I started really getting that detox out, and I started feeling great, right? And I was like, yo, damn, I started feeling proud of myself. And I started seeing how addicted I was to the sedation of going out to drink, and how much I thought that I needed to have a drink in order to have fun. And now that I've gone over a year without drinking, yo, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I promised myself that I'll reanalyze this at 40, but I can tell you how I feel right now. I ain't going fucking back, right? And so daily journal, see how you feel, right? And for at least 20 minutes of your day, right? Like, enjoy some silence, enjoy some nature, enjoy some time off your device. Just power down, right? And just embrace what's around you. Be present, right? And have at least one powerful conversation with another growth-minded man. It's a game changer, man. I'm telling you, it really is. And if you don't have no one to talk to, reach out to me, man, and I'm more than willing to have a conversation with some like-minded individuals, right? Know, brother, that you are the mechanic. You are the driver. You are the damn fuel. So it's about time that you start acting like it. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, and I'm calling all the more sport enthusiasts who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back, and let's become the badass motherfuckers that we're all meant to be. Breaking the stereotype is exactly what we're here to do. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others level up is the mission that God has tasked us with. If you still haven't subscribed yet, bro, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit that fucking button so that you never miss another episode. And if you vibed with today's message, if it resonated with you, man, and if you really want to help contribute to the growth of this mission, of this movement that we're building, bro, do me a solid. Post this episode on your story so that more gearheads, more motorheads, more men like you and me can really see it and hear about it. And really, ultimately, that's how our community grows. That's how we get more men expanding. That's how we help more men connect with each other. That's how we help more men do more and be more and become the man that their family needs. I'll catch up with you on the next episode. But till then, live your life wide open, my friend. Peace.